Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys like the look that you see, because in this tutorial I'll be showing you guys how I got this look using affordable drugstore makeup. Also, some of these products are new to me, not necessarily new on the market. Some of them been out for a minute, but I'm just now trying them, so I wanted to try them with you guys and see how I like them, give y'all my first impression. So if you do watch this video and enjoy it, comment and hit that like button and subscribe. Love you guys. Let's get started. Okay, so my brows are already done, and I used the NYX eyebrow gel in the shade Expresso. I really like using this because you don't have to set it. It kind of hardens your brows after the gel dries, so really good product. So now I'm just going to take some PLouise Base in 03 for my eyes. Okay, so now I have my base down. So the palette that I'm going to be using is the Desert Oasis palette by Beige Cosmetics. I think I'm going to start off with this right here in the crease. Shadows are blending pretty good. I'm looking down because I do have hooded lids, so I just want to make sure that I'm really getting it in the crease area. Now to deepen up that crease just a little bit more, I am going to take this color right here. The first color that I used was called Dune. The color that I'm using now is called Nightscape, which is the darkest in the palette. It's this color right here. Concentrate that on the outer V. So once that shade is applied, I'm going to go back in with Dune and just blend out any harsh lines. It comes in a boxy charm. I don't even know what kind of brushes that has no name. I'm just doing a half cut crease. Okay, so for the lid, I'm gonna go in with this pretty color here, and it's called Mineral. And then for the middle portion of the eye, which is right up in here, I'm going to use turquoise, which is this one. Now I'm just going to go back with that darker color on the edges with this more fluffier brush to kind of blend it into that blue. So it can just be like a nice smooth transition color into the blue. Okay, now so moving on to mascara. I am gonna try this Wonder Beauty Unlash Volume and Curl Mascara. Nice one. I'm not gonna, oh, it has a little hook to it too. I like that. It kind of bends. So it really gets into those lashes. I'm not gonna put any eyeliner on with this look. For lashes, I am going to use the Fairyystylish lashes. I'm not sure which one these are, but they look like this. A star glue. So now moving in with the face, I am going to use a No Poreblem primer. It's a smooth and pore covering. Just going to use this in my T-zone. Okay, so the foundation that I'm going to be testing out is the LA Girl Pro Matte HD Definition Longwear Matte Foundation. I have the shade Caramel. I'm going to be using an AOA sponge to be applying that. So I'm just going to take this and put a pump on here. I just used 2 pumps because one didn't seem very full enough. So yeah, this foundation is a little too dark, but I am going to highlight and we're gonna fix all of that. I do like the formula though. It sucks because the shade above this is too light, and then the next one is like cafe, and the undertone is like way off. But this one is just a little too warm for my skin tone, just a tad bit, but it's okay because we're going to highlight to take care of that. But so far, I do like how the foundation is sitting on my skin, and this sponge is doing a heck of a job blending it out. I don't like to go down my neck, but I will go under here so the jawline won't be so obvious. It says medium to full, and that's exactly what I'm getting. So for concealer, I'm going to take my LA Pro Conceal in High Definition Concealer. And this is in light tan, so this should kind of tie everything back in. This is also a new shade. I was using Pure Beige. I still can use Pure Beige. Pure Beige is a little bit more pink. This is just a little bit more neutral yellow. And I'm going to take that AOA sponge and blend this out. If you never use the LA Pro Concealer, I would advise you work in sections because it can dry. You don't want to use too much, and you don't want to let it sit because it will dry up. And to set my makeup, I am going to try this True Complexion Loose Setting Powder by Black Radiance, and it's in the shade Banana. Dang, my skin is looking poreless and smooth with this setting powder. Really nice. I'm just pressing the rest of that into my skin everywhere else. Okay, so now that the face is powdered, I am going to dust away any of the excess with this Smashbox. What is this? Oh, it doesn't say. Oh, sheer powder brush. So I'm just gonna dust away any of the extra powder. sitting around on the forehead, on the face. It really just lays everything down. And the foundation doesn't look too bad once you highlight and stuff. It doesn't come off too bad. So for bronzer, I do have the butter bronzer. I have Endless Summer, and I have a Sunset bronzer. So we're just gonna see. I'm gonna show you guys what they both look like, and we're gonna see which. We're gonna try this one, and if this doesn't show up, then we'll go over to this one. I did also purchase the butter bronzer in Brazilian Glow, but I thought it would come off a little bit more like the color. It looks sheer, and I don't know. This just doesn't look like I would use. Not for me. I would use this for a bronzer. It almost looks like something you would just add like a topper to a bronzer, but. So I am going to go in with Sunset bronzer, and I'm going to use my Real Techniques brush for this. So let's see if this actually shows. So yeah, this one does show up, but it's very soft. In my opinion, it's nice. I like it. I actually like it. I think the other one would be a little bit too harsh, because this one is really showing up, and I didn't think it was gonna show up like this. I like this one. This looks good. I think this one would have worked too, but it would have been super bronzy, like probably over the top. This one is perfect. So for blush, I am going to try this Alamar Cosmetic Blush Trio. And I think I want to go in and try this one right here. So I'm going to use my Buildable Cheek brush from Smashbox and just tap. Oh, it's pigmented. I'm just going to tap the brush and sweep. Yeah, these are really pigmented. I just literally tapped in. I think I'm going to go in a little bit with this one too. Just a little. This is really pigmented, really nice too. I like how it comes off on the cheeks. It's like has a little glow to it, so it's not matte. It's not a matte, but it doesn't look overly luminous on the face either. Very pretty. Beige brush, and I'm gonna go back into that Desert Oasis palette because it does have some highlighters in there. And I'm going to use Utopia, which is right here, to highlight with. Start off with Utopia and then go in with Mirage just to up the amp. I'm gonna take this Luxie mini round brush and just grab some of that Mirage highlighter and just hit this corner up to brighten it up. Okay, and for lips, I am gonna go in with this trio that I bought from Morphe. You get a lip liner in the shade Trendsetter. You get a lipstick, and a matte lipstick in the color Boo, and a lip gloss in Chill. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my lips with this combination and some setting spray, and we're gonna go off from there. This is like a nude peach almost. That's what it looks like. And top it off with this lip gloss. And to top off this look, you guys, I am going to go in with my Milani Make It Last setting spray. So to finish off the look, I use the same two colors I use in my crease and some mascara at the bottom lashes, and I did not experience any flashback with the powder or the foundation. So quickly, I just want to go over some products that stood out to me that this is my first time using, and I kind of like it so far. I have to say that let's go in with this palette. Definitely gonna save it in my collection. I really like it. It was easy to use. It wasn't a lot of fallout. The shadows were not hard to blend out, and the highlights in the palette isn't too bad. I like the shadows more than I like the highlight colors, but the mattes were okay. They weren't too, like, a little bit of patchiness depending on how much you're willing to work to blend it out, just a little bit. But as far as the blendability of it, it was good. I do like the shimmers in here too. They were really, really good. So yes, like this. The mascara was really nice. The mascara is really nice. I really like the mascara. I will continue to try this out because my main concern with mascaras is if they bleed throughout the day and they end up on your cheeks or under your eyes. So as far as the mascara, I did like it. It gave me some volume and it did not clump up my lashes. So that was a big plus for me. The bronzer, I will say, is super nice. It gave me such a natural, like, not over the top or not too harsh bronze. This right here I'm gonna have to try because it is a little bit darker, so I don't know if it's gonna actually be too harsh or not, because I probably could have built this up, and sometimes when you look at them in the pan you would think that it's not gonna work for you, but then when you try it on your face it's perfect. So I tend to go a little bit darker, and that's why I bought two, technically three, but that's why I bought two that was about the same, and this one's just a little bit darker. So I will be giving this a test too, but as far as the bronzer, bomb. I do like it. It might be a staple. I just have to keep on trying a little bit more and see how I like it, but so far it's a staple for me. Very good drugstore bronzer. The setting powder by Black Radiance, I love it. It made my skin look super smooth, so I definitely will try that with some other foundations. This was a matte foundation, but I still felt like it needed to be set because I do have oily T-zone. So yeah, really love the powder. It gave me a very smooth effect instantly. So like I say, I would have to test these products out throughout the day and see the longevity of the products. That would be the most important part to me, because on first hand I'm not disappointed with none of these products on first hand, so I would definitely need to test out the longevity. The foundation, at first I thought it was going to be too dark for me, but after highlighting I think it's a pretty decent match. I don't mind it being just a tad bit dark. It doesn't look ashy on me. Like I say, on first hand it did look a little too warm, but after I highlighted it turned out pretty good. I'm impressed and I like it, so I would definitely continue. I do have Cafe as well. Let me just show you what Cafe looks like. I probably would get rid of Cafe because Cafe is definitely a little too neutral for my skin tone. As you can see, that's Cafe, and this is the Caramel. And I did swatch this one before and I felt like it was a little too neutral, but I might have to give this a try too, because just looking at it, these are frosted bottles, so you can't really judge just looking at the bottles. But I don't think this would be too neutral, but it's neutral. I did like the blush. The blush was, I didn't think I was gonna like it. Just on hand, it applies very differently from the pan onto the face, because these look a little neon to me. But when I put them on, it's not as much, especially if you use a light hand and a very, not too much of a dense brush. You can get away with these blushes and they're really nice. They don't stand out too much. The concealer, I like the concealer. I'm not getting any creasing. And it did cover, for the most part, pretty much. I like the color of it too, the light tan. So I also use Pure Beige, which is right here. So Pure Beige and light tan, it is the slightest difference. Pure Beige is a little bit more peachier by a tad, and then light beige is a lot more more yellow, more peach, more yellow. But nonetheless, they're both the same color, different tone. So they're kind of like similar, just depending on what color which tone you want to pull for. So I can use both, but I do like light tan. And last but not least, I did love the little kit that you can buy from Morphe. These three that came together was pretty good. I like the lip liner. At first I thought it was a little too dark for the combination that they sent, or the kit that they have. But once you put it on and you kind of blend it out, I did it with my lips, but you can use a brush or your finger, and then you put the lipstick over the top and the lip gloss. It came out to be a beautiful, beautiful combo. So really love that. Well, that is all. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please subscribe, like, leave a comment. I appreciate you guys, and until next time,